All right, we good. All right, looks like we have a bunch of folks that are ready and excited for this training, and for good reason, because in today's training, in today's live workshop, we're talking about this high school dropout turned online millionaire who discovered the L3 cloning process that launches your email list lifestyle business in less than 48 hours. Even if you hate to write, you have nothing to sell currently, or you can barely use a computer. So again, go ahead and type yes into the chat if you want to discover this same L3 cloning process that does the work for you, launches your email list lifestyle business all in less than 48 hours. Even if you've tried in the past and haven't been able to make it stick, even if you've done something in the past and it didn't quite work, this is a brand new list building process that goes to work and does this for you. All right, and I see a lot of people that are saying yes, a lot of people that are excited. So here's what you're going to discover on today's training. You're going to discover the L3 cloning process that launches your online business from scratch in less than 48 hours. Even, again, if you're not a computer whiz, or like most of us, you have very limited time, this will work for you. You're going to discover how this new and unique methodology allows you to finally escape the time for money trap and cubicle hell once and for all. You're going to discover the simple click-by-click process that created a $14,000 per month income stream in under 90 days, and how you can use this new list building process to create multiple streams of online income. Again, even if you're just getting started. Plus, we're going to show you how to use this secret process to send hundreds or even thousands of cash in hand customers to your new online business overnight without doing any of the grunt work. Look, this will work for you if you're just getting started, if you already have an online business but you're struggling to get traction, you're struggling to get leads and customers, or even if you have an offline business and you want to use on the power of email marketing to get more customers and more subscribers. And best of all, and I can't overstate this enough, best of all, we're going to show you how you can start helping lots and lots of people and making a positive impact in the world while focusing your time on what you love to do. Really excited. I'm glad that you're here with us. Winter and I are honored to be sharing this information with you. Okay, so I have a quick question for you. I have a quick poll for you, so get ready to type in the chat, because I want to tell you who this training today is for, and I also want to know which category you fall into so that you can prime your mind and start getting the most value from tonight's training. So number one, tonight's training is for you if you want to spread your message as a thought leader. If you are the type of a person that wants to spread your message as a thought leader, go ahead and type 1 into the chat. You have a message, you want to get it out to the masses as a thought leader. This training is for you if you are a product creator, building a business around your passion or expertise, or if that's a business that you want to get into. If you want to get into creating your own products and you want that to be a business built around your passion or expertise, tonight's training is for you. And if that sounds like you, go ahead and type 2 into the chat. This training is for you if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a service provider and you want more high-paying clients, but you don't want to have to go out and beg and plead in order to have clients work for you. In fact, you want clients knocking down your door. You want clients rushing to you because you're positioned as an authority. You're positioned as an expert. If that sounds like you, go ahead and type 3 into the chat. And number 4, tonight's training is for you if you simply want an additional income stream and you'd prefer if other people were doing most of the work. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and type 4 into the chat. And Winter, if you were seeing this for the first time, if you could go back 10 years before you had a successful online business, I'm curious to know what you would choose in this little poll.
I think, like the results I'm seeing in the chat here, I'd simply choose 4 initially, right? And then spread my message as a thought leader. But of course, you know, when I was working an offline job, like most here, I wanted an additional income stream because that gave me freedom, and that's what we're all after.
Yeah, love it. So I started off as Walter here, who typed four about a dozen times. And then what I discovered is that I love working with clients. I love coaching people. So I was kind of like Gregory, who types number three. And then I ended up being like Pieta, and I said, I'm all of the above. I like doing all of this. So great. You are in the right place if you fit into one or more of these categories, because an email list allows you to tap into each of these different categories. Okay, so focus, look, listen, and we want you to stay until the end, because when you do, we're going to give you this mind map that shows you how to build your list from scratch. This is the Build Your List from Scratch mind map, and we're going to send this to you in PDF format so that you have a 30,000 foot overview of what we're talking about in the system. Look, on today's training, we're going into the details and showing you this exact L3 process that builds your list for you, but we wanted you to at least have a framework that you could take after this call. So make sure to pay attention, focus, stay until the end of the training. This is super valuable information. Want to make sure you get the most value out of today's call. Okay, nice to meet you. If we haven't met in person yet, I'm Tim. I'm there on the right. That is in Dubrovnik, Croatia. If you are a fan of the HBO show Game of Thrones, you may recognize that area. That's a filming location from that movie. That was on a trip I went on to Eastern Europe last month. And the handsome gentleman on the left is Winter. Winter, where are you in that picture?
A beautiful building there, Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, and that's probably absolutely my favorite pool in the whole world because of that awesome view.
Yeah, and for the folks that are here with us live, you know that we love having this online business because it allows us to travel. We were talking about that before we officially got started. And if that's something that you're interested in, then having an email list driven business is the key, or at least it's a key for me. So really nice to virtually meet you. And look, over our career, over the past decade, we've done a lot of things right. This is one of Winter's accounts going back to 2014. And Winter at that time had already really cracked the code on list building. And look, go ahead and type yes into the chat if you wouldn't mind seeing your accounts look like this with $1,000 day, $2,000 days, even a $10,000 day thrown in there. This is great stuff. And it was all because of his email list. So clearly Winter has done a lot right. Here's one of my clients, and as much as I love living this dream online lifestyle and making money for myself, I also absolutely love helping my clients make a ton of money and enjoy their new lifestyle. This client of mine, David, I helped him deploy a very simple 2-page campaign to one of his lists that generated over $600,000 in sales in just 30 days and went on to do over $1 million in sales. And that just goes to show the power of the list. And, you know, if you're starting today and you don't have an email list, or if you want to add a lot more subscribers to your list, then you are absolutely in the right place. But we also want you to know that we have done a ton of things wrong. We've done a ton of things wrong. And the hard way, over the past 10 years, these are some of the items that I did over the past 10 years that I'm almost embarrassed to say because they don't work, they zap up all your time, and they lead to failure and frustration. And for me, that was thinking I could do everything, wearing all the hats, being coder and designer and webmaster, and doing the numbers and the analytics, and then 1 minute pretending I'm the CEO, and then going into salesperson mode and being the marketer and handling customer service and tech support. And this process doesn't work. This is the problem that most people encounter when they go to create a business of any type, let alone an online business. And this is the problem. You can't do this because you lose focus. And today we're going to give you a simple secret that is only one thing to focus on so you can launch your business right away. And look, I'm embarrassed to admit this, almost humiliated, because when I would cold call and prospect in order to get business, in order to get clients, I got rejection after rejection after rejection, and it was humiliating. And those days, now that I have a successful email list driven business, are well in the past. Okay, this one is all me. And Winter, you have the next bullet on this list, unfortunately. But this one was all me. I finally discovered I wanted to create an online business, so I spent 6 months in product development mode. I quit my job. I put everything to the side. I spent 40, 50 hours per week creating this product, and the results, 6 months down the road, absolutely no one wanted to buy it. It was a complete and utter disaster. It was a failure, and yet this is the same path that a lot of the so-called gurus tell you to go down. And we're going to show you an easier way. Winter, you unfortunately had this one.
I did, Tim. I started an online business. I saw a lot of success rather quickly, learned a lot of great tools and tricks and a lot of stuff that we're going to be sharing this evening. And then I lost a passion in it. And I watched it all disappear. I just stopped and started over again.
And with the techniques and strategies that we're going to share with you in this training, Winter also went on to create just another 7-figure business. So that's pretty impressive. And of course, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we've all encountered this, working crazy long hours for little or no money. I call this buying yourself the most frustrating job in the world, and we're going to show you a better way here in just a moment. So all that is a combined 20 years of doing it the hard way. You get to cheat and do it the easy way by following this process. Type yes in the chat if you want to cheat and do it the easy way. And Winter, I don't think we should get started until we get 10 people that say yes, they want the easy way, because look, I think we've earned it after 20 years of doing it the hard way, and we're about to spill our secrets, the secret sauce here. So as soon as we get a good chunk of people on the line, we got a ton of people here, packed house.
Oh,
we'll get started.
It's flying in. We're well over 10. Walter, Joseph, Anthony, Gregory, Jamie, Q, John, Scott, Alan, Sarah, Vanita, Robbie, James, and Andrew, Miguel. They're still coming in. I do believe everyone's interested. Let's dig on down and get to it, buddy.
Let's go ahead and move forward then. So look, listen, you really want to pay attention. This story from Winter kind of kicked off this entire process. I love this story, Winter. Okay, everyone focus. Go ahead and take it away.
Well, as you see, it's called a sausage breakfast story, so kind of weird name that we've dubbed it here. But that's a photo of me sitting there with my father. And unfortunately, my father passed a couple years ago of cancer. But that's not what this story is about. The story is about what my dad taught me as a kid and what I've implemented in my business nowadays. So anyways, my father was a CPA, a very hardworking man, and most mornings I'd wake up and I could smell his fresh coffee brewing, and I'd hear him pull his chair out from the desk, and he would work, we're talking like 4 or 5 in the morning, he's sitting down, and he's working until 6, 7 at night, 7 days a week. Very hardworking man. And I believe that I'm hardworking, and I have this pure drive and passion as an entrepreneur because of my father and watching that as I grew up. So needless to say, I have some very fond memories, and that was mornings when instead of Dad sitting down at his desk like he normally do, he'd pull me out of bed, and we'd leave the house at 4:30, 5 in the morning, not saying anything to Mom, just heading on out, and I would always get super excited about this, and these are some of my best memories because this would be my father taking me to go fishing. But one of the best parts of this was that we would secretly stop by McDonald's and we would get a sausage breakfast sandwich. And that may not sound like a big deal for some people, but for me and my family, and if you knew my mom, and I'm sure we all know someone like that, she was such a healthy, clean eater and only served us such clean food. I wasn't even allowed to eat red meat growing up. So anyways, we would go have breakfast sandwich and then we'd go out fishing. And I specifically remember one day where me and my father started out at this very small creek, the type of creek even at 8 years old I could jump over. And as we're walking down the creek, and as the morning transpires and moves on, that creek is growing stronger and stronger. And eventually, by the mid mornings, 9, 10 a.m., that creek had turned into like a flowing river. It's even as an adult, if I were to fall into it, I'd be like whisked away. I asked my dad. I said, "Dad, so can you explain to me how, being a young kid, very inquisitive, can you explain to me how we started at such a small creek and now we're at this huge river?" And of course my father, as he always would do, put a little business sense into the lesson that he's teaching me. And he's talking about, well, this creek feeds into this big river, And it works that way because that's how the way water gathers. Now, kind of look at it like multiple streams of income. If this creek drives up, the river's still strong and flowing. No, just like income and working. If one income dries up, if one income stream dries up, that river is still flowing strong and you're doing okay without it. So that's actually a lot of what I've instilled and built into my business today. And we're about to share all that with you. I'm excited about it, but the big takeaway and the lesson here for me was multiple streams of income enable you to live the life that you want to live. And if you should lose one job or one contract or one client, it's quite all right because you have other streams that are feeding that river of yours.
Beautiful story, and I love it. And in just a second, we're going to explain what you're looking at on the screen and why this is so important. But Winter, that story jogs my memory of when I was growing up as a kid, and my father, who was a salesperson, he would go out and kind of like your dad, from right early in the morning to late at night, work to provide for the family. And we went through periods when I was growing up in a middle income family where he lost his job. And I remember how painful it was to have one stream of income coming in the house and then to suddenly have zero income coming in the house. And being a kid in my room listening to my parents talk about, how are we going to pay the mortgage and how are we going to provide food? And suddenly, Christmas presents weren't coming in and we were getting, close in order to make it through. And go ahead and type yes in the chat if you would like the secrets to creating at least one extra income stream. Go ahead and type yes in that, and then Winter, you can tell us while you're typing in yes if you'd like just one extra income stream, let alone multiple. Winter, explain to us what it is that we're looking at on the screen here.
All right, so this is the first snapshot of my dad's lesson. But this is a snapshot from my autoresponder service. So what this actually means is these are email lists. When you have an email list, you don't, like I don't go into Gmail and send out 26,000, 79,000, 89,000, so on and so forth, that many emails. I use the autoresponder service to do so, and I've built my business in a way to where each one of the items that you're looking here is a different income, a different account, a different stream that leads into my river, and that's really my dad's direct lesson that I've built straight into the business here.
And you know what's funny about these email lists, and we'll get into how to start launching these and building these right away with this L3 cloning process. But this one right here that I just showed you, 123,000 subscribers. That's like, we're here in Southern California. That's like 2 packed stadiums of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2 packed baseball stadiums full of people that when you send an email, you get to access all those people all at once. And now look, this one right here, it's only 7,000 people, but I like this one the most because I remember when I was launching my business and I finally figured out that I needed an email list if I was going to survive, that once my email list crossed the 5,000 subscriber mark, I looked in my bank account, I looked at the numbers that were coming into my business, and I said, wow, this month I made more money sending out emails than I did working in a cubicle at my 9-to-5 job. And it was such a momentous occasion for me that 5,000 number is always something really special. And this is one of the smaller lists, but it still has over 7,000 people. Again, 64,000 people, 137,000 subscribers. Again, these are all different lists. And why is this so important? Because your email list is a launching pad. It's a launch pad to multiple streams of automated passive income, and we'll show you that in just a second. It's a launching pad to selling your own products. Why is that? Because you have a built-in audience of subscribers and buyers. It's a launch pad if you want to do high-end coaching, consulting, or other types of services. It's a launching pad if you want to develop another media channel like a podcast or a YouTube channel. It's a launching pad if you want to connect with other influencers, and it's a launch pad if you want to help lots of people and support causes you believe in. And guess what? The reason why we have an absolute packed house tonight that you are part of is because of an email list. Now, Winter, I'll let you walk us through these next few slides, but this just goes to prove that when you have multiple email lists, you can have multiple streams of income. What are we looking at here, Winter?
Yeah, so this is a snapshot of one of my accounts and the gross and then the net sales of that account and what it generated. I think this was last month for just a couple of my ClickBank accounts.
And that's not bad for just one account. So here's what we're going to do. Over the next few slides, I'm going to walk you through step by step some of our other accounts, because as Winter's story demonstrates, this business isn't just about having one stream of income, but we really want to create multiple streams of income. Now, just so you know, some of these images are a little small, so you want to really pay attention and really focus down. Okay, now this screenshot is from our system called ClickBank. This is the system that processes our payments and sends us checks every single week. And what you see here on the screen is a sum of a recent year of paychecks. Now, as you can see, during this 1 year period, this one stream of income did well over $150,000 per year. Now, Winter, I don't know about you, but when I was just starting my career, the idea of making over $150,000 would have been mind-blowing. And here we're talking just one account, just one stream of income. Let's look at another payment process or another stream of income. As you can see here on the screen, this stream of income did over $60,000 in this time period, which did a net of well over $50,000 in income. And here we see, again, a summary of different paychecks that totaled well over $250,000 in just a 1 year period. And again, the idea for me of making over $250,000 a year and having that be one stream of income is so motivating and so exciting. And it's what I want for you so that you can get excited to start building your email list as soon as possible. This is a snapshot over a 30-day period, and we're right around the $30,000 for a 30-day period, and again, $1,000 per day on average. When you start seeing that type of income show up for you, it is life-changing. It allows you the freedom, the time to start doing what you want and get out of this time for money trap where you have to sell your time to the highest bidder. No, I want you, and Winter wants you to have the freedom and lifestyle that you want. And here's lastly one of our other accounts. And this account, as you can see, did over $25,000 for the month. Now, Winter, what are we looking at here? Because of all the slides in this presentation, this one might be my absolute favorite.
Well, yeah, Tim, that is the fact that this product in the self-help category on ClickBank made it to #1 of the self-help. For those of you that aren't used to ClickBank, that means that I'm beating out and doing more sales than about 3,000 to 4,000 products in the self-help category. So it's really a big milestone, if you will. And this product actually overall on ClickBank got to the #3 position from all of the thousands and thousands and thousands of products being sold on ClickBank. And we achieved this. I think that, we achieved this top spot in self-help within 4 days of launching it.
And so not only can you use an email list to make a lot of money, you can use it to really help a lot of people and change lives as well. Okay, so we hope by now, and you'll really want to start to focus now, because we hope by now you discovered the power of having an email list or having multiple email lists. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. So really listen to the screen, make sure to focus in on this one, sharpen your pencils, because we're getting down into the process that makes this a reality. Okay, so secret #1 that you're going to discover in just a moment is the simple one-page website that creates consistent, automated, passive income. Most people completely mess this up. They overcomplicate it. They make it really confusing and they get way too frustrated, and it doesn't have to be that way. Secret #2 is how the top online business owners are getting hundreds of new email subscribers per day for free. So again, if you're just getting started, if you don't have a $100,000 marketing budget or a $10,000 marketing budget, wouldn't you like to start growing your email list every single day for free? We're going to share that with you in just a moment. And finally, secret #3 is how to make a full-time income from a small email list, even if you're just getting started. And I know we had over 500 people fill out the survey before or after registering for the webinar, before coming on. We have people that are just getting started. We have people that have launched an online business but didn't do it using this L3 cloning process that we have that makes it so much easier. And you're going to want to pay attention to this. Okay, but first of all, a few ground rules. This training is not for the get-rich-quick crowd. So if you're here thinking that money is going to rain down from the sky and you don't have to do anything, this is not the training for you. Yes, we're talking about big numbers, we're talking about multiple streams of income, and an email list can make that happen, but this is not a do nothing, get rich type of training. Second, you must, and I underscore must, have a high level of integrity, and you'll discover why that's extra important in this business. And third, our students' results aren't typical. They took action, they put their plan into motion, they used the system, and they got results, but nothing happens if you don't take action. And finally, we're going to show you a fast-track method, but again, it still takes work. So if you are completely allergic to hard work and to taking action and putting the steps in place that we show you, this isn't for you. With that said, let's dive into secret number one. This is the one-page website, and I put website in quotes, and you'll see why in just a moment, that creates consistent, automated, passive income. Winter, tell us about this, because this doesn't look like a very complicated website, and yet the results are pretty stunning.
No, we're looking at a capture page, a landing page of mine that is as simple as that. I mean, the only thing outside of this little snapshot here is the background. And as the title says there, this generated 140,000 email subscribers for me in under 2 weeks. It's so many email subscribers that my autoresponder company, they're called Aweber, they actually got me on the phone and they said, what are you doing? What are you doing that's generating so many email subscribers right now? Because it doesn't look right to us. Because that's I mean, not many companies generate that many email subscribers within that amount of time. So they called me up, and anyways, that's this simple page right here.
Yeah, again, that's like filling 3 Major League Baseball stadiums packed to the bleachers, and that's in what, a couple weeks, and we're going to show you the exact process. Okay, so that's what your visitors see behind the scenes. What's going on is that you are building a relationship and making automated sales with what's called education-based marketing. And look, you're going to want to write this down, because a question that we get all the time is, look, how do I build a relationship with my subscribers, build a relationship with my audience, and how do I make sales? Good question. But then the other question comes in is, how do I make sales without being salesy? Well, this is the answer to that. This is the secret. You're going to want to write this down. The secret is using education-based marketing. And what that means is every single email, and you're seeing a snapshot here, once somebody opts into this email list through that lead capture page that you just saw, they start getting education-based emails that educate them and entertain them about what they can buy. So when your audience opens your email list, they're going to be excited to hear from you, and they're going to purchase based on these education-based marketing emails. So that is a very simple process. Here's how to get started. And in this training, I want to give you everything that you need to get started, and then we'll also show you the fast, simple, and easy way of getting all this done for you. So you need a lead capture page. You don't need a fancy website, but you need something to capture email subscribers, and you can code it and design it yourself. You can use tools and plugins. You can hire someone to create it. You have to create a free giveaway so that you lead with value. In that previous example, you saw that Winter was giving away a valuable ebook, but you can also give away training videos, a piece of software, something to entice your traffic to subscribe to your email list. And then you need your autoresponder campaign so you can research the market, write a follow-up sequence, test and optimize so that you're delivering education-based marketing to your audience. Why? So that they love to hear from you, so that they open, click your emails, and they buy from you. And this process takes most people about 3 to 4 months to start getting some traction. And look, that is the reality of the situation. That said, this L3 cloning process that we're going to show you does all of this for you in under 15 minutes. Now, remember at the beginning of the training, one of the major problems that I ran into, and the biggest hurdle, the biggest obstacle that I faced, is that I tried to wear all the hats in my business. Look, I'm not a coder, I'm not a designer, I'm not a CEO and a salesperson and a marketer and a tech person all wrapped into one. No, I just wanted to help people. I just wanted an extra income stream. And so in a bit, we're going to show you this process in action that does all of these steps for you in under 15 minutes. But here you have all the steps to use on your own if you'd like. Okay, so a few keys to success with having an email-based business. Never ever buy an email list. It's absolutely worthless. It's like picking up the phone book and calling people out of the phone book. Never trade your integrity for a sale. Always focus on quality relationships. Quality over quantity means you're building a quality relationship with your audience. And the last key to success is you focus on building relationships so that you make the process valuable and enjoyable for your audience. Okay, who's ready for secret number 2? So did you guys like that secret number 1? I mean, this is the exact process that Winter used to generate 140,000 subscribers in just under 2 weeks. Let's dive into secret 2. Here's how the top online business owners are getting thousands of new email subscribers per day for free. But look, here's what they don't do. Really focus on this, because I see a lot of beginners making this mistake when they start an online business. They give themselves what I like to call the most frustrating job in the world. Here's what they do. They post endlessly on social media, hoping to get a few shares and a few likes and maybe an email subscriber or 2. Meanwhile, they're bugging the daylights out of their friends and their family and poor Aunt Linda, who doesn't care about whatever it is that they might be promoting or selling. Or they spend all day writing articles, hoping someday to rank on Google, which if you are in a market that's going to make any money, there's people been doing that days and days and weeks and spending a ton of money to compete against you. Or they guest blog, meaning they write articles, they give them to someone else, hoping to get noticed. Or they do what I did, and it's embarrassing to say, but they start cold calling and prospecting for new subscribers and new visitors. And does that work? Yes, it can work. It can be a full-time job that doesn't pay very well. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, we launch an L3 powered follow-up machine that turns a $1 bill into $2 bills and gets leads for free. Again, we launch an L3 powered follow-up machine, and you'll see exactly what that is in just a moment, that goes out and turns a $1 bill into $2 bills. In the meantime, gets leads for free. So Winter, tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, I'm sitting on a camel. No, this is a picture from a product that I did called Ancient Secrets of Kings. I got to travel the world, and I actually went to Cairo, Jerusalem, Beijing, and all over Asia, interviewing historians and professors about what made those kingdoms so successful. Now, for me, it was, of course, a dreamed of trip. I got to fly literally from Los Angeles to New York, all the way back around to Asia and back to Los Angeles again, around the world trip. Spent about 5 weeks doing it, and so of course I had a lot of fun while doing it, and it was a business expense. It was a complete write-off. My business paid for it. I got to cross a couple of little ones off the list of places to go visit. So that is me starting the trip out there in Giza.
Yeah, so look at this, because you're going to absolutely love this, because we're about to show you the exact process. And look, $47 product into 1.2 million. That's a home run. But Winter didn't just do it the way that most people go about starting an online business. So tell us a little bit about this. What are we looking at?
So we're looking at this is just called the box shot. This is the box shot of the product, Ancient Secrets of Kings. And this is the way you sell it online. This is the squeeze page that generated really what started all of it, which led to, as you just saw, 1.2 million in sales, all those subscribers. And here's a little picture of a camel. Tim, I'll let you explain what's going on here.
Well, this is something I absolutely love about this campaign, is because it's instantly attention grabbing, and attention is the new economy that we're in. Being able to grab people's attention and capture their attention, that's the new economy that we're in. And these type of messages that you deployed in this campaign to sell over $1 million of this $47 product, it's because of stuff like this. This is called a video sales letter, and it's an engaging, education-based marketing experience about the trip that you're on. And here's another thing that made it work. You know, some people like watching videos, other people like reading text. So this is what's called a different modality, meaning you're delivering this education-based marketing, these awesome stories that grab people's attention and doesn't let them go, that they're fascinated about reading, about watching, about looking at. And you're doing it through video and through text. And so this is a different marketing modality that Winter, I think you did perfectly in this campaign. And of course, once they opted into that list that we saw, you had an education-based marketing sequence that goes out and educates prospects and makes sales automatically. So look, Winter already mentioned that he's not sitting in front of his email sending an email to 140,000 people. No, he does this once, sets it up, and then this goes out and educates the market and makes sales automatically. Okay, so you'll really want to focus on this. We'll even do a little quiz on this in just a second, so make sure you're paying attention. This is the money slide. So pay attention and look at the money slide. This is how we make money in our online business, that most people don't do it this way. And most people, again, they buy themselves the most frustrating job in the world. So what do? Well, we launch an L3 powered machine that educates our subscribers and makes sales. And we'll show you that exact process click by click in just a second. We go out and we actually buy the hottest traffic that we can to start with. And we do a $50 to maybe $100 test budget. And what that gives us is instant traffic and instant email subscribers. We're not sitting around waiting. We're not doing a low-paying activity. We're not doing the grunt work. We're getting instant traffic, instant subscribers. And then what do? We recoup our investment and rinse and repeat with what's called small budget recycling. So the first time I really actually put this process into action, I remember talking with my tax advisor, and he asked me, because of course he's seen all my numbers from the year before, and he said, Tim, you're just getting started. How did you invest $100,000 in advertising? And I told him, look, it was actually a lot easier than I thought. I took a $100 bill and I bought $100 worth of traffic, and I got back $100 and some email subscribers, and I just did the rinse and repeat. I just did that over and over and over again. And it's kind of like professional stock investing, where we cut the losers and we let the winners ride. So we don't have to be right every single time, but when we have a winner, we double down and we keep getting more traffic after that. And best of all, we build a valuable long-term asset. And we'll show you just how valuable this asset is in just a moment. So tell us about some of the results from Ancient Secrets of Kings.
Yeah, so during those 2 weeks, $450,000, like, I think we should probably update this slide because it's over the 1.2 million now. 140,000 subscribers in those 2 weeks, and this was a little while ago, so since then, of course, it's a lot more. Ecstatic joint venture affiliates, these are people that we're promoting. They were happy to send me their traffic and send it for free because it converted and did well for them. And of course, it took a lot of work. It was fun work, but it did take a lot of work, filming and traveling and doing that entire thing. But it definitely paid off, because this is the picture of me. Actually, at the end of it, I'm flying from Beijing down to Singapore, and this is on what I think is the best seat other than flying private. This is a suite on the Singapore Airlines. There's big A380s, there's big new double-decker jets. This is in the suite, enjoying a glass of champagne and enjoying my hard work and enjoying it paying off. But I do, as the caption says, my biggest thing when sitting there, when experiencing that flight, was the feeling that I do wish my dad could see me now. My dad could share in that and see what I took from his early, from early teachings to me, and how I developed it into a business that was paying off to this degree.
So look, if you want to replicate those results, there's the long way, there's the hard way, there's the process actually that Winter did, there's the process I did, and there's an easier way. But here are the action steps. You can create your free gift. This is what entices your traffic, your visitors, to opt in and subscribe to your email list. You create your lead capture page. You create the thank you page where they can download what it is that you promised them. You write your follow-up sequence. You craft your marketing messages both in video and text. You set up your tracking system. Or, and this is really cool, you let the L3 powered list building process do all of this for you. And it happens in just 3 clicks using this L3 powered list building engine. And we wanted to show you that and walk you through that step by step in just a moment. Before we get to that though, we definitely want to share secret number 3, because this is how you really put this process into action and get results. It's how to make a full-time income from a small email list, even if you're just getting started. And Winter, I actually want to pause here because we've covered so much valuable information. And there's one key thing. Most people overcomplicate having an online business, but there's one key. It's a word that starts with the letter R that is a key to this whole process. So if you think you know what this secret is, go ahead and type that in the chat. It starts with the letter R, And Winter, do we have some coupon codes to give out for people that get this right? We mentioned it earlier. It's the secret to having any business, but especially an online business, starts with the letter R that makes all this work.
We do, Tim, and as people answer, I will write it down. Alan, you have it right. So as people answer, I'll write it down here, and yeah, the answers are coming in.
Cool. So we have some people saying, all right, so respect, repeat clients. It's actually, okay, what do you need to have with your list? Starts with an R. What do you need to have with your partners in order to have a successful business? All right, so we have some people that have said it. Relationships is the key. Yes, relationships, building the relationship with your list. And this is why having integrity and offering value is so important, because when you have relationships, when you build that relationship with your list, it is so valuable. And in this secret, number 3, we're gonna share with you how having these relationships, man, it's just so valuable. You know, in business, oftentimes it's not what you know, but who you know. And no matter where you are, where you're starting from, you can be a person of integrity and build relationships. And yeah, I see Kelly got it, and I think we had a few other people that got it at the same time. Winter, if you could send them coupon codes, that is awesome. So with that, let's dive in to secret number 3, how to make a full-time income from a small email list, even if you're just getting started. And Winter, you kind of got lucky here. I didn't have this, but your mentor really gave you the keys to the kingdom right away.
Yes, that he did. I got fortunate. I started out totally in a different way than you did. I had an old friend that started doing stuff online, and as soon as I saw him being successful with it, I said, "Hey, buddy, can you mentor me? Can you teach me what it is you're doing? Because here I am. I'm working out of the house. At that point, I was like 55 hours a week in a job in which I had to drive around for like 5, 6 different places in the city every single day, and he was at home being himself. And if you knew him, he's a pretty lazy guy, but I respect that because he started creating an awesome income online by working from home and being as lazy as he was. And he was my roommate for about 6 years, so I know how lazy this guy is.
Well, the interesting thing about people that are lazy and yet ambitious, I call them being lazy smart, is they often find the simplest way to do something. And that's what he shared with you. And the key was going out and building an email list using this process called the traffic multiplier method. So look, we really want to focus in on this because in the previous secret, we showed you how to get instant traffic and instant subscribers, but this is how we share with you how to grow your email list exponentially without risking any money out of pocket using this process called the traffic multiplier method. And here's how it works. And you really want to focus and zero in on this because remember that those email subscribers that you generated with your small test budget? Well, again, you saw how your autoresponder continues to build that relationship, and you know how valuable and important a relationship is with your subscribers and your partners. And because clicks are currency, because we're in the attention economy and being able to capture someone's attention is valuable, you're able to trade those clicks with other list owners. And we have a very simple way to do this that, we can't go into all the details here. This is an overview, but this is what grows your list exponentially. So Winter, you and I do this all the time. I will send an email to my list of subscribers talking about the Millionaire's Brain Academy or talking about the ancient secrets of kings. And I might send 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 visitors to your lead capture page. And then what do you do for me?
The exact same for you, which I love doing, and I love this method because it creates sales and more subscribers, helps us grow our business together without all these headaches of buying traffic from Facebook or all these other places. And hey, I mean, it also nurtures relationships. And like you said before, like that is really the key to building a thriving online business.
And I love seeing the comments roll in from my email subscribers after I talk about ancient secrets of kings, and they're like, wow, that video was so cool. I can't believe Winter was able to go around the world, and the funny story riding a camel. And I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. And they value the relationship I have with them, and they value learning that information from you, and it just feels really good all the way around. So the result from learning from this lazy mentor, the lazy smart mentor, this traffic multiplier method, this really took you, Winter, from this frustrated high school dropout to a $14,000 per month income stream in under 90 days. And Winter, you know what? We don't have time for it until maybe the end of the training, but would you mind sharing your story of the very first sale that you made online? Because I love that story.
Yeah, I'd love to share that and how in those 90 days how I with what my mentor taught me and through his real help and having a mentor and also me taking his system and what he taught me, tweaked it, that in those 90 days that $14,000 a month that I earned more than he did. So I'll share some of those stories later on for sure.
Well, yeah, I love that story because I don't want to give it away, but you were actually delivering a pizza at the time, and then started getting notifications on your phone of all these sales coming in, and we'll go behind the scenes there in just a moment. All right, so again, action steps. Remember, relationships, so important. So you can go out, find other people that have email lists in your market, build relationships, reach out to them the right way, arrange this click traffic swap, track the clicks, track the leads and sales, and rinse and repeat. Or this is what the smart business owners do, is they go out and they align themselves with what are called connectors. A connector is someone that can introduce you, can make these valuable introductions for you. And look, you've already experienced this. You know, when you are hanging out with one of your friends that you love, that you have a great relationship with, and they say, you know what, Kelly, you know what, John, you know what, Amanda, you really need to meet Winter. You really need, Robbie, you really need to meet so-and-so, and you trust them because they're a connector and you have such a great relationship with them. This is what we do with our online business that just makes it so simple. That doesn't involve any tech stuff. It doesn't involve any complicated websites, really simple. And in a moment, we'll show you how we can connect you with some of our favorite partners so that you don't have to do all this grunt work yourself. Winter, run us through this slide, because this is why most people fail in growing an online business and an email list-driven business, and why, to put it bluntly, we won't let you fail.
Well, unfortunately, people naturally continue doing what they've always done because that's what they know and that's the easiest thing to fall back upon. When you're starting out something new, there's definitely an element of fear, and that causes people, honestly, to do nothing at all and hope to get results. And unfortunately, that's not the case. I'm not going to sit here and say that, hey, I started this online business and I worked 20 minutes a day. Is my business to the point now where I can work 20 minutes a day? Sure, if that's what I'm after and if that's the way it suits me. Different copywriting tactics, totally missed the strategy. There's a lot of different elements out there, a lot of stuff to do, but a lot of people definitely miss it from the get-go. And like you touched on before, trying to do it all on their own. But when we're first starting out, we don't have a lot of options. It's not like we have this, I mean, some of us may, but it's not like we have this unlimited budget to have all these employees. Or even if we had 10 employees, what would we do with them? How would we teach them? So on and so forth. So because of that, of course, a lot of us have gotten stuck on tech stuff. And I know that when I've had mentees that I've worked with and that I've got them started online, the tech stuff was the major holdup that stopped them from getting started. They weren't focusing on their strengths. They were having to focus on stuff that were not strengths for them. And yeah, the bottom one, don't take financial livelihood seriously. That goes out without saying. I'll have you talk about that one, Tim.
Well, I'm just embarrassed to admit that I fell into all these at some point when I was just getting started. And the reason why is, remember back to why are you here? Who is this training for? I wanted an extra online income stream, and yeah, I wanted to help people, and then I got into coaching. But what I didn't want to do was go out and build websites, but yet I didn't have any other way. So I had to do it all on my own. I didn't have that big budget like you mentioned, Winter. So, okay, well, I guess I better learn how to put up a web page. I better learn how to design graphics, and I better learn how to do all this writing, because I just didn't know that there was another way. And most people do that. And if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But there's also an easier way that we'll show you in just a second. So look, right now you have a few options. I mean, you can keep doing what you're doing. For me, that was at one point in time working in what I call cubicle hell and trading time for money and working my butt off and making my boss rich and just not feeling satisfied, not feeling fulfilled, because I was just going in, and punching a clock. And yeah, I was making some money, but I didn't really have the time or money freedom. And so when I started an online business, I still did it all the hard way because unlike Winter, I didn't have a mentor to say, look, there's an easier way to go about doing this. And so you have a couple options now. You can continue to do what's got you the results that you have now. And if you have great results, if you have multiple streams of income coming in, if you have the freedom, the lifestyle that you already want, then awesome. Don't change anything. However, if you don't have that, then it's time to make a change. And look, we all know how old habits are hard to break. And so sometimes you have to do something dramatically different. And I want to ask you a really important question here. And so, Winter, we're going to open up, let's open up 2 more coupon codes right now for anyone that gets this question right, because it is key. This is imperative to get right, and it's the difference between time versus money. So if you think you know what the difference is between time versus money, go ahead and type that in the chat. Be one of the first 2 to type that in the chat, and we'll send you a coupon code. Because people, you know, when I was growing up, I thought that everyone was true when they said time is money, time equals money. And it turns out that that is an absolute lie. So if you know the difference between time versus money, go ahead and type that into the chat. And awesome, we have 1 right answer already right out of the gate. Rafal, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, got it right. And so we still have 1 more coupon code available. Leslie says time is more expensive than money. Yeah, you know, that's pretty close. That's pretty close.
I think that one counts, because without a doubt you can. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so the referee says yes, we're going to count that. And you're absolutely right. And so Raphael says money replenishes, time doesn't. And you're absolutely right. There is literally an infinite supply of wealth and abundance out there. And we mark that with pieces of paper, 1s and 0s, that we call money. But you know what? You're never getting time back. And I know, Winter, from conversations that I've had with you over dinner, talking about business and life and philosophy, that, you know, the time that you spent with your dad, you can't put a price tag on that.
Without a doubt. And on the same note, you know, he's been gone about 7 years now. I would pay, I cannot put a price tag on what I would pay for more time with him, because time is not, we can't make any more of it. Let's just say that.
And the reason why I think all of us here are so interested in having an online business, online streams of income, is so that we can start enjoying our time and doing what we want and have not just time freedom, but money freedom as well. So look, if you're ready to launch your list the easy way, we want to introduce you to List Launch Pro, that's powered by this L3 cloning process that we'll show you in just a second, that launches your email list lifestyle business in less than 48 hours. It is click by click by click, simple, and we wanted to show you that so that you have another option to growing an online-based business that has allowed Winter and I to travel the world, help tons of people, make a lot of money, you know, millions and millions of dollars, and really feel fulfilled in what we do. So I want to introduce you to the world's only done-for-you system for launching your email-driven lifestyle business in less than 30 minutes. This process launches it in less than 30 minutes, and over the course of just a few days, you will have your business up and running, and it is just a beautiful thing. So let's walk you through the List Launch Pro system. So the first thing is, you know, we need to give you the education so you know what you're doing. This is the List Launch Pro Fast Start video training series, so that you can get up and running and get your first 5,000 email subscribers and beyond. And look, there's a really important reason why we say 5,000 email subscribers, because for me, that was the number that allowed me to replace my 9-to-5 income. It's a really important number for me. And if you're anything like me and you wanted to replace that income and then think about really taking it to the next level, you're gonna love knowing the step-by-step process on how to do that. Here's a peek into the members area of these fast action videos where Winter and I walk you step by step everything you need to know, including our secret traffic methods, so that we can start getting instant traffic, instant subscribers, like we said, on demand, so you don't do what I did when I first got started, and that was what I call the most frustrating job in the world. You don't want to do that. Now look, In this process, we're going to show you how to make your first sale online with List Launch Pro. We're going to show you the online business made easy, creating raving fans and customers, and a simple and easy way to do this, how to get traffic and leads fast, and our proven 5-step system for getting your first 5,000 email subscribers and beyond. This is one of the most valuable trainings in this video. If I would have had this one video and one audio training when I first got started, not only would it have made me a lot of money, but it would have saved me 6 months of pain and frustration and overwhelm. And that's why we wanted to make sure that you have this. Now, look, it is a proven fact that trainings like this sell for anywhere between $2,000 and $3,000. And why is that? Because this is the keys to the kingdom. It's how you escape cubicle hell. It's how you escape the time for money trap. It is really valuable. What's even more special and what's even more exciting is this List Launch Pro platform. And why is it so exciting? Because it's powered by the L3 cloning process that I've shared with you earlier. And it includes 10 done-for-you List Launch Pro campaigns. So are you ready to see the L3 cloning process in action so that you can save 6 months and launch your email list in a day, in a weekend, and get this going right away? If so, go ahead and type yes. You're going to love this. Winter actually developed and built this system from scratch. So look at the screen, pay close attention, because this is the L3 cloning process in action that launches your email list lifestyle business literally with 3 clicks. And yes, we are going to count off the clicks, because Winter, when you were telling me this, I didn't even believe it until I got my hands dirty. I got into the system and I started clicking around. So let's say that we want to build our email list and activate the list launch linking process. That's what the L3 cloning process stands for, the list launch linking, and you'll see what that means in just a second, and start making money from the ancient secrets of kings. Well, we click on the icon that says ancient secrets of kings. That's click number 1. Click number 2 is that we want to start building an email list, and so we want to start sending our traffic to what's called a squeeze page. That's the one-page website that we shared with you in secret number 1. And look, with this process, you don't have to build that because we've already built it for you, and the L3 process does all this for you. So count it. That is click number 2. Click on the little radio dial that says squeeze page, and all this is being powered in the background. You don't have to know anything of what's going on, but we want to share this process with you. You type in your tracking ID so that you know where this traffic is coming from. Look, this is what the smart marketers know, so that they don't just make a side income, but they make massive amounts of money. They scale their business to, as you saw with Winter, over millions and millions of dollars. So we have a tracking ID. Again, you don't even have to know what's going on in the background. List Launch Pro does all this for you. And click number 3, we click Generate Link. And this is critical because this is how you activate the list launch linking process. This engine goes behind the scenes and does all the work for you. And this is the beauty. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is the money screen, because this link is your keys to the kingdom. This link is your key to freedom, because with this link, as I'll show you in a moment, you don't have to build a website. You don't have to do any coding. You don't have to pretend that you're CEO, salesperson, customer service person, marketer, analytics person, all wrapped up into one. No, all you have to focus on is getting this link, your link, out to your partners, out to the world. Because look, here's what happens when you send out this link. This is your link. It gets published automatically with this L3 cloning process, and snap of the finger, this page is built for you. You don't have to design it. You don't have to code it. When someone enters their enters their email address and clicks Get Instant Access, that becomes your email subscriber. So this is your page. The L3 cloning process builds all of this for you. Do you see how exciting this is? You don't have to design this. You don't have to write the copy. You don't have to do the coding. You don't have to know HTML. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to upload anything. The L3 cloning process does all this for you. It directs your new email subscribers to this exact page. Again, this is just one of the campaigns within List Launch Pro, but the L3 cloning process sends them here. It sends them to these different campaigns that uses education-based marketing. So that educates and entertains your new traffic, your new subscribers. It sends them to the download page, gives them their free gift, all done behind the scenes, all done automatically. And guess what? Whenever anybody clicks one of the links on this page below, from this ebook, and makes a purchase, you get credit for that sale. You don't have to type in your affiliate link. You don't have to do any of that because the L3 cloning process does it all for you. Talk about easy. And Winter, you know what? Every time I go through this, I'm so jealous that I didn't have this when I was just getting started, because the L3 cloning process makes it so easy. Okay, so again, the List Launch Pro platform comes with 10 done-for-you List Launch Pro campaigns. Again, all powered by the L3 cloning process. I showed you that with the Ancient Secrets of Kings, and I'll give you another example here in just a moment. Again, everything here is mobile optimized, meaning it works on phone or tablet. All these lead capture squeeze pages, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to create your free lead magnet because that's done for you. The custom thank you pages, done for you. All the split testing and tracking, and look, that's a bunch of technical, kind of nerdy type stuff that you don't even have to know about because it's all done in the background for you. Super important. Most beginners fail to do that, but this way you don't have to. It's all done for you. And like we say, with the list launch linking process, your affiliate links that are promoting world-class, high-converting products, like what you saw with the Ancient Secrets of Kings, it's all done for you. It's all put in each one of your email autoresponder messages automatically. And that is a total game changer, and we'll tell you more about that in just a moment. So let's give you another example. Here's another campaign in the List Launch Pro platform. This is called the Instant Switch. That was created by a Harvard behavioral psychologist. And this is an awesome gift that you can give away to get people on your email list. You don't have to create this. You don't have to go to Harvard and get a degree from Harvard. You don't have to create this audio program and this ebook. You get to give this away to entice your new visitors to opt into your email list. And there's multiple other different gifts like this, but let's walk you through this campaign. Again, the L3 cloning process, you simply hit squeeze page, you type in your tracking ID, and like magic, the L3 cloning process gives you this link to use, but it also puts your link, it also makes your link live. So this page that you're looking at now, when someone opts in, they go on your email list. It is the easiest way to build an email list that you will ever see. When someone opts in for this, when someone downloads this page or clicks on one of the links from this free report and makes a purchase, you get credit for the sale. All this is done automatically. There's no coding necessary. There's no uploading or downloading or learning HTML or designing any of this stuff. The L3 cloning process does it all for you. And this is built off of Winter and I's experience of generating over 1.4 million email subscribers and creating multiple seven-figure businesses. These are all done the right way so that you don't have to figure it out. Here's a cool example of one of the videos that educates and entertains and teaches your new subscribers how to buy this product so that you get credit for the sale. This is like having a salesperson work in your company, work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and they never get tired. And you don't have to pay them anything. This is like a video that does all of that for you. Really awesome, educates and entertains your new subscribers and makes you sales while you sleep. Again, here's an example of a text-based page in this campaign. And so we'll share with you in a bit and how your subscribers will land on the VSL or they'll land on this. Again, all you have to do is choose this campaign in List Launch Pro. The L3 cloning process sets all your links up automatically, and when someone buys from this, you get credit for the sale. So again, here's a quick recap of what you get. The List Launch Pro platform, including 10 done-for-you List Launch Pro campaigns. We've showed you 2, the Ancient Secrets of Kings and the Instant Switch. All the tech stuff is all done for you. Your affiliate links promoting these products are inserted everywhere, including the emails that I'll tell you about in just a moment, all done automatically. But in addition to that, we're also giving you the instant traffic database. Now, you remember from The Secret how important relationships are. In fact, oftentimes not what you know, but who you know. This is really cool because this is how Winter and I get traffic on demand. We invest $50, $100, a few $100s, whatever's in your test budget to get subscribers on demand. And look, if you do this any other way, you're gonna have to go out to, you know, in-person events and shake hands and meet people and go out to dinner and build relationships. Or you can have Winter and I act as your connector and introduce you to our partners and introduce you to our friends and say, look, this person's good, work with them. He's one of our students and he knows the right way to do this. Look, you want to meet her, our new List Launch Pro student, because she knows the right way to grow a business because we've already done it for you. An easy way to build your list. So you're getting that with the List Launch Pro program. Of course, the Millionaire Mindset video library, so that you know just not how to do it, but you know why you're doing this as well. And look, we all, as business owners, as people, can get our head mixed up with things that don't support us. We can focus on scarcity out there as opposed to abundance. You know, we can get caught up in thinking that money is more important than time. Well, in this training, we're going to share the Millionaire Mindset secrets so that you go out and launch your business with confidence, with complete confidence, know that you are approaching this the right way and that you will get results. So that's included. And look, it's really easy to set up the List Launch Pro system. There are 3 steps, takes all of about 30 minutes. And with the world-class support from our team, we will even do this for you if you'd like. There's unlimited ticket support, or if you'd like us to just set up your system for you, we're happy to do that as well. Now, this completely custom, brand new, unique system, the List Launch Pro platform, has a value of $9,997. And when you think about it, the fact that it can shortcut, at least for me, it would have shortcut 6 months of hard work, of frustrating labor, of the most frustrating job in the world, you can see that that value is more than worth it. And when you start seeing subscribers and sales come in, you will laugh at how crazy value this was, and you'll say it's worth a lot more than this. Okay, so you get the Fast Start video training series valued at $14.97. The List Launch Pro platform, again, powered by the L3 cloning process, a $10,000 value. But here's the question, what about all the subscribers that your new system is generating? Okay, so all the tech is done for you. You do 3 clicks and the L3 cloning process builds this money-making machine for you. But what about your new subscribers? What happens with them? Well, it's a really good question. And your system comes with a proven profit-pulling, highly engaging 45-day email follow-up sequence. This is a professionally written sequence proven to induce subscribers to open, click, and buy from you. And again, all of this is done for you. We've included your custom affiliate link using the L3 cloning process, does it all behind the scenes automatically, so that when someone opens and clicks one of these emails that you see here on the left that gets sent out automatically to your new subscribers, you get credit for that sale. It's a beautiful system. All of these emails include your affiliate links so that you get paid every single time. All this is done behind the scenes. You can customize everything from start to finish. You can customize the subject line, the text. In fact, a lot of this is done automatically. Your name gets inputted automatically so that if you want to create your unique spin on this process, you can go wild. You can do as much customization as you want, or you can just let it go as is, how it comes out of the box. And you are going to absolutely love waking up in the morning or sitting back and relaxing and watching this system do the work for you. In fact, one of the biggest things that I struggle with in my online business is looking at my email leads and clicking refresh, refresh, and refresh, and seeing new subscribers join, and doing the same thing and seeing how many new sales I got that morning or that day. It's kind of an addiction, but I guess it's an okay addiction to have, especially when you have the system doing it for you automatically. So that is included with your system. Look, when I've written emails for other people, and I've written campaigns, and I charge a lot of money. I charge $100 to $200 easily per email. So this is easily worth a $3,000 value. It's yours included with your affiliate links. You literally don't have to do any writing or anything with this system to have it work right out of the gate. Now, here's one of the most valuable things. Winter and I are big proponents of mentorship and big proponents of coaching. That's what's allowed us to really amplify our results and get massive results really quickly. And so here's what we do. When you're with our community, when you join us, when you're part of this exclusive elite community of List Launch Pro email list owners and partners and subscribers, we're going to privately invite you to our live monthly group coaching calls so that you can ask Winter questions. And so you can ask myself questions about anything related to your business. It can be about mindset, about technology, about big picture strategy, about how to deploy this business if you're working a full-time job, or if you have your family, if you're taking care of someone and you can only do this part-time. We want to be there to answer your questions. We're going to be there as partners along your side throughout this entire process. And we even get to hang out and have some fun in a private and very exclusive Facebook mastermind group that's included. We could easily charge $97 per month, and we probably will for this, if not more someday. We're including this when you get started with us today. And for those of you that really like to take things to the next level, if you want to go beyond the 5,000 email subscribers and you want to venture into 6 and 7 and 8-figure territory with your online business, we say great, we welcome that, and we want to give you the training in order to do that. So introducing the Next Level training. This is a $997 value. This is just one example of the Next Level training, using additional traffic sources and really magnifying everything that you've done with the L3 cloning process and just taking it to the next level. Everything that you see included here, the Fast Start video training series to get your first 5,000 subscribers, $1,500 value. The List Launch Pro platform powered by the L3 cloning process that does all this work for you, $10,000 value easily. The 45-day follow-ups campaign that includes your affiliate links so that when people open, click, and buy from those email campaigns, you get credit. Those sales enter into your ClickBank account, just like you saw sales enter into Winter's account. And you can do that, if you want one additional stream of income. You can multiply this process to have multiple streams of income. It's really up to you. And of course, we'll be there guiding you on these monthly calls to talk about your strategy and help you with your strategy so that your strategy and your business fits your lifestyle. We're big, huge proponents of lifestyle. You saw in the beginning how Winter and I love to travel. We love to go on vacations. We love to have fun. We also love to help people, and we love to make money. We know that if we want to do big things in the world and take care of our family and enjoy the time that we have, having money is really important to do that. And in addition, you're getting the Next Level training course. So if you want to go well beyond the 5,000 subscribers, and if you want to go well beyond one stream of income, you're more than welcome to do that, and we will show you that throughout the entire process. So all in, easily a $16,500 value, if not more. That's just a monetary value, not even talking about the time that you save and how much quicker you get going. And who will this work for? Well, this is going to work for you if you're an affiliate marketer, if you want to be a product creator, if you're a coach or a consultant, if you're just getting started, or if you're an established thought leader going out and already serving your community. In the follow-up survey that we did to those of you that registered for this training and that are here listening to me live, there's so many people that are providing valuable services, but they mentioned on the survey, I can't get in front of anybody. How do I get an email list? I have 10 people on my email list. I'm doing this wrong. I'm prospecting. And if you're an established thought leader, if you're a service provider, then this is how you put your business on steroids. You take it to the next level fast. And of course, this is for you if you're a current list owner and you want to grow your community. So look, I want to be very direct with you, because when Winter and I were putting this package together and brainstorming this goes back years ago, about 3 years ago, when we were in Costa Rica, lounging by the pool and noticing that we really wanted to help people. We said, well, we're going to have a couple choices. We can go as cheap as possible and try to sell as many as possible. And we won't be able to stack the value. We won't be able to have these group calls. We'll kind of be like all those other quote unquote gurus that try to sell you something and then leave the next day. We said we didn't want to be like that. We really wanted to take, even if it's a much smaller group and it requires a little higher investment, but we wanted to work with people in depth so that we can guarantee your success. And we can devote the resources necessary to take you from where you are now, and maybe that's just getting started. Maybe you are looking at your bank account and there's more month there's more month than money at the end of the month, and you're struggling to make ends meet. Or maybe you have money coming in, but you don't have any freedom. When you stop working, the money stops coming in. Whatever your situation, we want to put you in a spot and guarantee your success and partner with you in the process. And I love this story from, well, she's now a friend of mine, Wendy, but when she first came to me, she was working in a job, and Wendy's the type of woman who, she has a huge heart and she loves to help people. And to be perfectly honest, she had some mindset stuff that wasn't allowing her to break free from the time for money trap. And she didn't have the right strategy. And she was a hard worker, but she wasn't able to get traction. And she says here, with encouragement, advice, and strategies, Tim helped me take the leap of faith and quit my job and concentrate on my real passion. Things have been going better than I ever dreamed, and I just had a $5,000 weekend. And I love this because, I don't know what your situation is, but I know when I was just getting started, a $5,000 weekend was a game changer. It was a life changer, and maybe that's the case for you as well. And if you're in a position where you want to help people and you want to get case studies like this, then having an email list is the best way to do that. So again, everything you get in this package, a total value of well over $16,000. But Winter and I wanted to stack the cards, stack the deck in your favor, and give you bonus number one. This is the how to create and launch your product in a weekend. So you saw the product Ancient Secrets of Kings from Winter. You saw the Instant Switch product from a friend of ours named Sandy. Look, they went the long and complicated way of creating a product, as did I. I spent 6 months creating my first product. Well, in this training that's exclusive to List Launch Pro, this is the only way to get this, we have the how to create and launch your product in a weekend. It's a $500 value. And if you're one of the first 30 people to join us in the List Launch Pro community, we're going to give you that for free. The second bonus, and this is one of the most valuable things I could think of to offer you on this training, and it is the Turn Words into Cash copywriting training. This is how you create a marketing message, create emails, sales letters, videos, or even conversations with your prospects and clients that turn simple words into cash. And we're going to give you an exact framework. This is easily a $2,000 value. This bonus is good for the first 20 people that join our community today. And to prove to you that this copywriting bonus is worth at least $2,000, and I start to laugh because look at this result from just one of my clients. This is a client named Dave Crocco. He owns a small business here in downtown Los Angeles. And with a very small email list, it was a very small list. It was a small list, but he had a great relationship with these people, with this list. He sends me this. This was on a coaching call that we did. He says, Tim, right now, brand new work since we spoke, I'm at $600,000, done deal. It's incredible. I'm just crushing it. This was from a 2-page letter that I helped David write that he sent out to his tiny list to generate an additional $600,000. Now, in addition to the training, the bonus that I'm giving you, we're also going to give you this 2-page letter so that you can see it word for word, line by line. I tell you the behind the scenes of the persuasion elements that I'm using so that you can deploy this if you want. If you want to use this in your new business, you can do this so it goes out and pulls stacks of cash for you right away. Bonus number 3 is really cool. This is our training called Free Traffic Secrets, and this is how you can get infinite return on your investment by deploying these free traffic strategies to build your list. This is a $1,000 value, good for the first 10 people that join us in the List Launch Pro community. So again, real quick recap of everything that you get when you join us today. Your first 5,000 subscribers training, you know how important that number 5,000 is. The done for you List Launch Pro campaigns, powered by the L3 cloning process that does the work for you, an easy $10,000 value. You get the follow-up campaign, so you don't have to write those emails. You don't have to click and type and copy your affiliate link, because we do all that for you in the back end using the L3 cloning process. You get access to the group calls, the private Facebook group, the next level of training. If you want to go well beyond the 5,000 subscriber mark, if you want to go well beyond one additional stream of income and create multiple streams of income, this training shows you how, and it walks you step by step. Bonus number 1, if you're one of the Fast Action members, the create and launch your product in a weekend. Very cool if you want to create your own product. Second is the Turn Words into Cash copywriting training. An easy $2,000 value. It was worth $600,000 to my client David, but we'll call it $2,000 for the course of this. And you get free traffic secrets, $1,000 value. All said, an easy $20,000 value or more, not to mention the time that you save in launching this, not to mention the frustration that you save by having us walk you through this system and deploying and activating the L3 cloning process that does it for you. And look, if all this did was build you a 5,000 person email list, which is substantial, but if that's all it got you, so that you could see money hitting your bank account week after week after week, would that be worth it? If you had the confidence knowing, wow, I saw $100 come in this week, I saw $200 hit my account this week. Look, I can take my wife, my husband, my kids out to dinner from what my email list brought in. Would it be worth it to you? Would that be worth it to you? If this gave you the kick in the butt to finally get moving, to start focusing your life on what you're passionate about, to escape the rat race, to escape the time for money trap, if it gave you that extra motivation to really get going and know that Winter and I will be by your side in our monthly calls, in the Facebook mastermind group, in all the trainings, would that be worth it to have that little push, that little extra motivation? If it gave you the complete confidence to take control of your financial future, of your freedom, would it be worth it to you? Would it be worth it to you? Well, maybe to answer that question, you can ask yourself, what's one email list worth to you? What is one highly engaged email list worth to you? You saw in the very beginning the multiple different email lists that Winter has, and some of them were worth one of them was worth $12,000 per year. Not bad. That's an extra $1,000 per month. Nothing to shake a stick at. But another one was worth $150,000 per year, and he had another income stream that was worth another 6 figures per year. So, what is one highly engaged email list worth to you? Is it worth $5,000, $10,000 US, $25,000? Is it worth more? How much would you pay to get one successful email list? Look, I'm not even talking about multiple email lists. I'm not even talking about multiple streams of income just yet. I'm asking just for an additional income stream to know that you have an extra 100, extra 200, maybe an extra 1,000 or $2,000 coming in each month. For most people, that is a game changer. For most people, that is life-changing because it gives you a little bit more comfort, a little bit more freedom. Well, to answer that question from a client of mine, he stroked a check for $15,000 because he knew that learning how to grow and monetize a list is valuable. And so this is a $15,000 check made out to my company. And this was to jump on the phone about once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month for less than an hour so that I could tell him the strategies to use. And you know, if you wanted to get my advice and get advice from someone like Winter to do this, this is about what you can expect to pay, and this is just for coaching. This is just for jumping on the phone and getting your questions answered. Doesn't include the engine, the L3 cloning process that does all this for you. Doesn't include in the training and the videos. Easily worth $15,000 for one of my clients. So look, you can see why it's a good deal at $5,000 to get access to this custom brand new list building system that does 90% of the work for you, that goes out with 3 clicks, creates all these pages, loads your affiliate links, creates education-based marketing, builds your video sales letters, your text sales letters, educates so that you can see new money, new sales, new subscribers coming in day after day, easily worth $5,000. And when we go live to a public audience, the investment for List Launch Pro is going to be $2,997. And it's worth multiple times more than that. But look, you are special. And the reason why you're so special is because you came from one of our email lists. We've told you throughout this how valuable having an email list is. And because you are one of, maybe you're a subscriber from Winter's email list. If so, awesome. Maybe you're a subscriber from one of my email lists. If so, awesome. That puts you in a special group, and we want to do something special for you and offer you a 50% limited time enrollment discount. This is only good for a limited time, and the reason why it's limited time is because we want to meet every single person that becomes part of our community. Why is that? It's because relationships are so powerful, and we want to build that relationship with you. So as soon as we have a certain number of members, we're closing down this enrollment, and it'll be back up to the $3,000 price point, the $3,000 investment. But right now, you can get access for $1,497. But I did mention there were a few coupon codes. Now, Winter, do we have any more coupon codes?
We do. Let me take a count here. I was actually just starting to send people the ones that people that have earned coupon codes. I've just started sending. So let me see. One, two, we have 8 people that have earned coupon codes so far, Tim. So that leaves us. I think we had called a dozen. So that leaves us with 4 remaining that'll valid and process through the system.
Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. So we still have a few more coupon codes for fast action takers. So here's what I'm going to do. In a moment, I'm going to type the coupon code onto the screen, and with the system, it's first come, first serve. So the first thing that you'll want to do is jump over to the URL that we give you, and just type in your coupon code if you have any interest in this system, so that you can get the not only the 50% enrollment discount, but the coupon code as well. And so let's go ahead and type in the coupon code, and then I'm going to type in the URL. And let's see. And Winter, you're sure here that we've sent out the coupon code?
I'm sending them right now. So just you could type in the link there, and I'm going to get it typed. Get these private messages sent. Sorry, everyone. I'm typing as fast as I can here, and then you can drop it there. Go ahead, Tim.
Okay, so there is the URL, and you're going to want to go ahead and get that page open. Even if you're kind of on the fence or still thinking about it, I'll tell you that I have one more major secret coming up that you're going to absolutely love, and I'll share that with you in a moment here. But go ahead and jump over to that website now so you can be one of the first people. Go to www.listlaunchpro.com/go, and when you get there, you will see a coupon box. So again, www.listlaunchpro.com/go, listlaunchpro.com/go. And you'll have to make sure I get this right, Winter. The coupon code, capital L, capital P, that stands for List Launch Pro, obviously. It needs to be all uppercase there, LLP, all uppercase, -10. Do I have that right, Winter?
That is right. LLP-10 with the caps. I think everyone else got the head start there, so a couple more of those left should be good. And I'm just busy sending out a couple messages here, so I'll be right back.
And here's the thing. You're going to want to copy down this URL and open that up. Just go ahead and open that up in a new browser right away, because I have a few more things to bring up on the screen. And this address and this coupon code is going to disappear here in just a moment. So want to make sure that you are a rapid action taker. And look, success in any business, in any venture, in anything that you want to do in your life, it comes down to taking action and just going for it. And look, all we're asking you to do now is go to listlaunchpro.com/go. If you're one of the first 10, if that coupon code is still valid, go ahead and type that in. That'll give you an extra discount for our list, for our subscribers. And bring that up now. I'll leave this slide up for the next 30 seconds or so, because I'm going to move on to the next slide. And we have an extra little surprise for you, but wanted to move on to the next slide and share something really cool. So again, go to listlaunchpro.com/go. And the next slide that I want to share with you is something that Winter and I, well, to be perfectly honest, our friends and our business partners said we were crazy to do. And I think they might be right, because no one does this, because no one has the gusto, we'll say, to back up their promises, but we do. And here's what it is. It's called the 5K double guarantee. And Winter and I, over dinner in LA several months ago, we asked ourselves, how can we take List Launch Pro to the next level? How can we really show our new members that we back up what we preach, that relationships are the most important thing to our business? Well, we can offer them this guarantee. It's called the 5K double guarantee, and here's what it is. Put List Launch Pro to work, and we guarantee you'll generate 5,000 subscribers and earn $5,000 within 60 days, or we will coach you until you do. It's that simple. Go to use List Launch Pro, activate the L3 cloning process, launch your system, get help on the monthly calls, join us in the exclusive Facebook community, ask questions with our support team if you get stuck. And look, if within 60 days from today, after you get started, after you go to listlaunchpro.com/go right now and get started with us today, if for some reason you haven't passed the 5,000 subscriber number, you haven't generated $5,000 within that 60 days, we will work with you until you do. And maybe it's something about strategy. Maybe it's technology. Maybe it's mindset, something. Whatever it is, we will help you until you do. We're putting our money where our mouth is, our time where our mouth is. We want to help you. And look, here's the truth about it. When our clients are successful, we're successful. And so we love doing this. This is really fun for us. That's called the 5K double guarantee. And Winter, I've seen some, I'm going to go back real quick. It looks like we've had some people that are looking for the URL. So again, I'm going to move this from the screen. So make sure you go to listlaunchpro.com/go. Type in the coupon code capital L, capital P -10, and do that. And Winter, I just remembered, we got to hear the story about when you made your first dollar online. We'll get to that in a moment. We're still doing that. We still have an awesome bonus, an awesome secret coming up.
Yeah, and I just want to let everyone know too, if they're having any issues or any questions, please shoot them in. I'm sitting here answering questions with my fingers. I'll come on and answer them on voice. We can answer them whatever. But if anyone has any questions, please shoot them in, and just stick around because I have some fun stories to tell.
A really funny story, yeah.
I like telling them.
All right, and if Kate says, is the coupon 10% off? Well, go type it in. When you type it in, you'll see the discount that you get, Kate. So go ahead and here's the URL.
I will say no, that it's more than that. Definitely more than that.
Yeah, it's a good discount, more than that. And it's because you're one of our email subscribers and you open and click our emails. listlaunchpro.com/go. Type in that coupon code, capital L, capital P -10. And I'm seeing a ton of chat come in. Appreciate you for doing that. Wanted to share an awesome option. This is great for you if you have an existing business and you understand how important credit is, or if you're just getting started and you want to get started and get access to everything with List Launch Pro now and pay later. This is a really cool option. It's with PayPal. It's called PayPal Credit. Now on the screen here you see this is from when we launch this system live at the $3,000 price point. Again, when you get started today, you're not paying $3,000. You're paying, $14.97 or less if you get to the coupon code page in time. But if you want to get everything now and pay later and pay over time at 0 interest, you can use PayPal Credit. Again, this is all through PayPal Credit, and it's really simple to do. So you go to listlaunchpro.com/go, you enter in the coupon code and your information, you land on this screen, and all you do is you click the PayPal button. It takes you to log into PayPal, and again, this is for the $3,000 option. When you do this process right now, you'll see it at $14.97 or less with the discount code. All that is done automatically for you. And you can choose to pay with PayPal Credit. It's really easy. I've done this myself just so I can it's like getting free money to launch your business or to invest in your business. You click PayPal Credit option and you get 6 months to pay for List Launch Pro, but you get everything right away. We actually, on our end, we can't tell the difference. We don't see anything different. And again, of course, this is at the $3,000 price point that you see here on the screen, but when you do it, it'll be at today's limited time enrollment discount price. So PayPal Credit makes it really easy to get everything now and to pay later. Really awesome option. This is an example of one of the screens that you'll see where you pay $0 is due now, and you get this line of credit so that you get everything now and get started right away and pay over time with PayPal Credit. That's between you and them. Doesn't make a difference to us. We just wanted to make this available to you because when you're starting a new business, sometimes it really is nice to have the option of having credit. It's how a lot of massive businesses are built from scratch. So again, here's a quick recap, and you'll see this PayPal Credit option available. You just click that on the screen. It's really easy, and again, it'll be at the discounted price that you have available today. So again, quick recap, everything you get, and then we'll get to some stories. So you get the first 5,000 subscriber training, $1,500 value, the List Launch Pro platform system, that is powered by the L3 cloning process. Easy $10,000 value. We have invested way more than that into the system, I can tell you that. You get access to that. You get the 45-day email follow-up campaign written for you. Again, the L3 cloning process automatically inserts your affiliate links, your tracking links, does all of that for you into your system. You get a personal invite from Winter and myself to these monthly coaching calls that are a lot of fun, and the private Facebook mastermind group. That's a $97 per month value that we're probably silly not to sell, by the way, but we're just giving you that for free, included in this training package. If you want to go well beyond the 5,000 subscribers, if you want to really push this, if you want to go well beyond just one extra source of income into multiple streams of income, which obviously we recommend, then we're going to give you the next level training course. And this is exactly how to do just that. It's how to not just launch your system from scratch and see results right away, but it's to know behind the scenes what's going on and have complete confidence that you can do this for yourself. That's a $1,000 value. That's included. And you got some really cool bonuses coming your way too. The how to create and launch your product in a weekend, the turn words into cash copywriting training, the free traffic secrets, those are all included. Massive value, entire bonus package, easily 20,000 bucks. You're not paying anywhere near that when you get started with us today. You're not paying the 5,000 bucks. Well, you're not paying the $15,000 that my client paid me, who didn't get any of this. He just got access to a few coaching calls, which you also get with the group coaching calls. So let's not tell him that, I guess. You get the total value well over 20,000 bucks. And here's what some of my clients have said about having access to information like this. Here's a client, Alyssa. She's a brand new coach, and before she started working with me, she was getting an online business going and really struggling. And kind of like me, how I got started, she spent 6 months and didn't make a sale, didn't make any money. And she had 2 young daughters at home, and she was recently married, and she didn't go on a honeymoon because they didn't have the extra money. You know, they were barely making ends meet, and she was working full time. And if you ever put your heart and soul into something, you know how frustrating it is to do all that and not see any results from it. And here she sends me, this was in an email or a text message, I can't remember which. She says, Tim, I'm now adding a client each week. I have 7 or 8 current active clients, and these were high-paying clients that I helped her get. And look, if you are a coach, if you're a consultant, if you like working with clients, if you typed in, I believe it was number 3, or if you just want to bring on someone on your team to coach your new subscribers and bring in a lot of cash really quickly, then you're going to want to pay very close attention to this special surprise bonus that Winter and I are including. This is your super bonus. This is what I call my Rainmaker email campaigns. It's a $3,000 value. And I gotta admit, I didn't come up with this title. It's called the Rainmaker email campaigns because I had a friend of mine, a roommate of mine at the time. I was living in a really cool apartment in Las Vegas. This is when my business was off and running, and I had this series of emails. It was only 3 emails, but when I needed extra money, or when I needed to make an investment in my business, or when I wanted to go on vacation or have fun, I would send out one of these emails. And my friend and I would joke, he would say, he would say, Tim, are you coming on vacation with us? I said, yeah, I want to. Let me send out one of these Rainmaker email campaigns, or let me send out this email so that I can get some extra spending money. And they say, yeah, it's like your Rainmaker email campaigns. I love that. So that name stuck. And what I wanted to do and what Winter wanted to do is to flat out just give you this Rainmaker email campaign. We have a few different kinds of Rainmaker email campaigns. One is for getting high-paying coaching and consulting clients. So if you want to work with clients in a service-based role as a coach, as a consultant, doing that one-on-one, doing that in group, this Rainmaker email campaigns, it's literally word for word the exact emails that I send to my list when I wanted to do that. And you get that if you're one of the next 5 people, or if you've already invested, we're going to give these to you. If you're one of the next 5, you want these, it's worth, the value of this is easily worth more than the entire investment that you're paying, that you're investing in List Launch Pro today. And to prove it to you, I just want to give you one example. When I send out one of these email campaigns, I regularly see this come in, amounts of well over $5,000 for clients, for new coaching clients, for new consulting clients that want to pay me and pay me this based off this one email campaign. And the secret to this is how you position yourself by having an email list. And all you have to do is copy, paste, and deploy this email campaign. I show you exactly how to customize and modify the email and send it out to your new subscribers that List Launch Pro is going to help you build, so that whenever you want an influx of cash, maybe you want to go on that vacation, maybe you want to save up for a house or an investment property or something really cool, you can deploy this email campaign. In the past, I've sent them as one-time campaigns. I've automated the sequence. We'll show you how to do both. Here's really cool. The other campaign that we give you as part of this Rainmaker email campaign series is how to do that with digital products. So whether you are promoting your own product, and we show you how to create and launch your own product in a weekend, whether you want to do this with your own product or whether you want to do it with an affiliate product, we show you how to deploy this Rainmaker email campaign to promote other people's products. Really cool. It all comes down to the psychological persuasion process that's already used in this email series. If you're like me and you love learning that type of stuff, you'll love learning it. If you just like deploying it and seeing results, just deploy it and see results. It's as simple as that. So that's how you get started. You get everything well over $20,000 value and the super bonus of Rainmaker email campaigns when you get started. Of course, you can use PayPal credit so that you get everything now and pay later. A really cool option, something that I've used in my business. Really good way to quick start a business and to amplify your results with PayPal credit. Really cool option. You're covered by the 5K double guarantee, which is really important for Winter and I, that we want to help guarantee your results. You know, you're basically hiring Winter and I as your coach, and as your coach, we will not let you fail. We want you, as long as you're willing to do the work and take action and get your system set up and join us on the calls and ask questions, we guarantee you'll get 5,000 subscribers and earn $5,000 within 60 days, or we will work with you until you do. No one is doing that. They're calling us crazy for saying that, but you know what? We know the value of relationships. And you know, when you develop these types of relationships, that's worth so much more money in the long term, and we want to create relationships with you for life. So awesome. I know we have a lot of people in. Looks like Walter is in. Welcome, Walter. That is so awesome. Glad to join you. Winter, I think we have some questions coming in. Is that right?
Couple questions coming here, and
don't let us, sorry, for those of you that are on, we still have some cool stories to share with you. Don't let us forget about these stories, because they're awesome from Winter.
Well, thank you, Tim. So the main question everyone's asking right now is if we have a split plan, a split payment plan. So those of you that messaged me and I said, hey, just wait a minute, we'll share it with you. Tim's going to type that out right now, and so that for the split. So this is going to split it three ways, three payments. It's like Tim typed out, listlaunchpro.com or www.listlaunchpro.com/go/split. So that'll offer the split plan, and yeah, so anyone that was waiting around for that, there you go. And I hope you're still waiting around, because I have a couple cool things I want to share. Tim, before I start talking my head off here, do you have anything to say?
Well, one is, I see we have people that are joining us. Welcome to List Launch Pro as the part of the community. We have an unannounced bonus that you'll see after you join us, but we can't talk about that just yet. Wanted to mention that if you want to use PayPal credit, this is the option to get started with everything with PayPal credit and pay later. If you want to use the split pay, then that option is down here. And with whatever option you choose, you get access to everything. Can someone please go to the split pay option website and make sure it's working? We had a bit of tech issues with that earlier today. Want to make sure that is up and running. And yeah, your coupon code, by the way, will still apply for the split pay option. So we wanted to make it as easy and comfortable for you to get started with us and join us today. No matter where you are, if you're just getting started, whether you have an established business, we wanted to help you get started. And I know it's really important to know what other costs are involved when starting a business. And I studied business in college, and I always loved how if you wanted to start a business back in 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you had to invest tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a business off the ground. I mean, hiring employees, getting furniture and fixtures and cash registers and all that stuff. And look, with your online business, you don't need any of that, but there are a few things that you need. You will need an email autoresponder, and we show you exactly which one to get. And that is a $1 trial, and then about $20 a month. So not too bad as in terms of an online business. And this is by far my favorite bill that I've ever paid, because when you're paying this bill, it means that you have an email list and you are sending emails automatically. They're all queued up, they're going out automatically, and they're making you money. The next thing that you'll need is an email address for your business. And I think, Winter, we found something like for $7 a year or something
Oh
crazy
no,
like
I mean it was like literally like $1.20 for dot name. So I actually in one of the training videos I actually walked through and registered my name dot name, and it was yeah, it was like $1.20 or $1.40. I was actually shocked because when I first registered my first domain in like 1997 or 1996, it was $250 a year. So so yeah, it was
so.
$1.20.
All right, we'll call it $5, right? That's a Subway. That's a Subway sandwich. So, look, this is the extent of your expenses to get this business off the ground, get it rolling. Look, this means there is no excuses for launching your online business. And literally, with 3 clicks, by using List Launch Pro, which is powered by the L3 cloning process that we showed you earlier, does all the work for you. There has never been a better system. This system is brand new. It's unlike anything that you've ever seen out there. It's unlike anything that you've ever tried before. And we are backing it up not only with the system, not only with the training, but with the community and with the coaching as well, so that you have the support for us. And of course, you're backed by the 5K double guarantee. We want to guarantee that this works for you. And we guarantee that you'll get 5,000 subscribers and earn at least $5,000 US within 60 days, or else we will coach you until you do. So look, there's no reason not to take action now, to go to listlaunchpro.com/go to get started with us. This puts you in this exclusive group, this exclusive membership of online business owners, this exclusive group of email list owners, and even more. And even better, an exclusive group of List Launch Pro members with Winter and I on your team. And we have a ton of people that have joined us. Welcome, congratulations, and thank you for joining us. And we'll see you in the members area. And Winter, okay, you got to share this story.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about one of the first like. So, anyways, we were talking about time versus money, and our society, the way we live, the way my father worked, my grandfather worked, so on and so forth, is a trading time for money. Like that is generally how our society has worked. And with the advent of the internet, obviously, advent of technology, whatever, as stuff grows and comes along, there's ways to escape that. And anyways, I want to just talk about my first experience when I really experienced breaking free of that trap. So as you mentioned, I was delivering. It was burgers at the time. It wasn't pizza, but I was a delivery guy delivering food, and I needed a tank of gas. So I left the restaurant and heading for the gas station. Took 10-minute drive, whatever. I get to the gas station and I get an alert on my Nokia, and at this time, like this was what 10, 11 years ago. So this was a Nokia. There's an older phone, not a smartphone. Anyways, I had it send me text alerts when I made a PayPal sale, and I'd made $67 when I was driving from work that paid me $6.25 an hour plus tips to the gas station. I'd made $67, and that not only more than paid for my gas, because gas at that point in time was very cheap, more than paid for my gas. Like it enabled me to like take my girlfriend at the time out for dinner at that night, and I had actually made the same amount as I had made in about 5.5, 6 hours of work at my job just during that drive. And for me, like that was so. I mean, not only was I like, holy crap, I just paid for the gas and I can buy dinner now. And this happened while I was driving. Like I'd never broken free of that time for money. My dad was a CPA. He was still in that time for money. He taught me a lot of great stuff, but the internet wasn't what it is today when he was my age, and so he could only scale so much. And for me to be able to see that break of time for money, to make the same amount that I just made working like 5 or 6 hours delivering food, was exhilarating. And you know, it really gave me traction. Like it enabled me to see that I can do this. And for me, it happened in the first month. That's because my mentor taught me all these great tactics and tricks and tools and how to do this, that, and the other online. And I had implemented it into my business that I saw it in the first month. Now, when I was building List Launch Pro, I really, for me, like that's still, and it still makes me smile to this day. That was one of my first real experiences as I had breaking free of time for money. And when building List Launch Pro, I genuinely, I want to share that experience. I want other people to feel that. And in a weird way, if they feel that, I feel that, right? So when I was building List Launch Pro, literally List Launch Pro, all the stuff that happens in the background, all the stuff that happens that you're not seeing is all stuff that I've literally built from my business. They all started out as an idea, and since I am an engineer and I have been working on the computer, you know, since literally like 5 years, 6 years old, I mean, when it was a green screen. Anyways, I built all of that for my business, and then gradually it turned into this thing. I said, hey, I could do this, that, and the other, and now other people could use this. Other people can use these tools that I've developed for my business. Tim, like one of the things that I know that first caught your eye when I was kind of showing off this thing I was working on to you was the cross download pages, and how the download pages go to other things, and just all these little back-end things that I don't expect people to understand, but it's literally like the little tactics, the little tricks, the little coding things I've developed in my business that I've shared in List Launch Pro, and I'm excited to have new members today, excited to experience that first feeling with you, excited to, well, yeah, excited to get on the phone with you. I wasn't going to mention it, but when people join, you can get on the phone with myself or Tim. We have an hour strategy session, so excited to talk about helping you build that experience and that feeling and getting there yourself, because as you can see, I'm rambling because it's still something I get very worked up and excited about.
Well, it's really exciting, and you know, this is one of the reasons why we have this limited enrollment window where you can save $1,500. I mean, save 50% and join us today for $1,497. You know, you'll save even more if you get access to one of the coupon codes. The reason why we're offering that as a limited time enrollment, and yeah, since you spilled the beans, which I'll kind of share, is because we want to personally talk with you and develop your strategy with you, because we know that people are coming from different places. Some people, as we saw, over 500 survey responses before this training, we saw that some people already have an online business, but it's not quite making money that they want. We have people that are just getting started. We have a lot of people on this call and that registered for this call that they're smart people. They don't have the tech skills, or they just don't want to use the tech skills. We have people that are retired and they want an extra income stream. So we know that there is a ton of different ways to use this system to fit into your time and your lifestyle. And that's why you'll have the opportunity to jump on the phone with me or jump on the phone with Winter so that we can craft a strategy for you. Again, relationships are the most important thing for Winter and I, because, you know, unlike time that doesn't replenish, you know, money, there's an abundance of money. And with relationships, we see relationships as the most abundant resource and valuable resource. And that's why we want to deepen the relationship with each of you that join us today. You know, Winter, you're talking about your first sale delivering hamburgers. I thought it was pizza. It was hamburgers. The funny thing about that is I have so many friends who, you know, my sister's a doctor and she is brilliant. But when she stops her doctoring, when she's not in the hospital, she's not getting paid for that. She makes a good salary, of course. She went to school for 1,000 years. But when she, you know, if she were to quit today, that money goes away. And I have friends who are lawyers, and when they step away from their practice, their law practice, when they aren't counting the hours, they don't have that money coming in. And I know a lot of friends that make good money. but when they step away from their job, they're not making any money. And that's why having an online business is so beautiful and such a smart thing to do, because it doesn't take a college degree. It doesn't take a PhD to know that it's a little nicer to have money coming in without you trading your time for it than to slaving away at the office, 9 to 5, cubicle hell, as I like to call it, in order to make money. And Winter, we've joked about this before, but when you go to the bank, Winter, just curious, do they ask you how you made your money? Do they ask you, okay, I'm depositing this check from you, Winter, but can you prove to me that you worked 80 hours a week to get it? Can you prove to
I've
me that you toiled away?
yeah, I've literally in the past when stuff, in 10 years a lot of more companies have gone on to online electronic deposits, so you don't have to bring checks to the bank. But when I was first starting out, I'd literally have to bring, and this it sounds like a complaint, of course it's not, I'd have to bring handfuls of checks to the bank, and and sometimes I was depositing 100, 200 grand, and they'd look at me, and here I am. At the time I was what, 26, 27. This was in Portland, Oregon. I lived up there for about 12 years. I live in LA now, but they looked at me like, what? Like it just didn't match up for them, doing that kind of stuff at the bank. And at one point I saw that it said high value customer at the bank, and then they started treating me, of course, a little differently as well. And then once the tellers get to know me, so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I've had tellers before get very inquisitive about what it is I do, to the point of like, well, can I do that too? And at the time I didn't have this system built out like this, so I have taught other people in other means of how to do online stuff, but a lot of them still got held up with the tech stuff, right? I'm lucky because I'm a geek at heart. I'm a geek. That's what I do. That's the way my brain works. Most of it's not. And in anyways, like, literally for one person, I got them started. I provided, answered their calls whenever they wanted, but they'd get hung up on tech stuff, and maybe it's 3 in the morning, and they wouldn't, go to bed. And anyways, they wouldn't take action because of the tech. And I know that in other courses online, that's what holds people up a lot is the tech. So yeah, I'm rambling, and sorry about that, but when building List Launch Pro, I wanted to eliminate any of the technical hurdles, because it's what enabled me to get started fast, was being good at tech. And building List Launch Pro, what I wanted to enable for you, who, I'm not going to say you're not good at tech. I would like to think that there are other people definitely on the line that are good at tech, but most, as a majority, are not. So
Well,
that's it.
going through those responses, there's a lot of people, Winter, like me, who, okay, we're proficient, right? We can use a computer, we can click around, but I certainly don't want to spend, no offense, Winter, don't want to spend my entire life coding and dealing with, building web pages and downloads and FTPs and all this stuff. And HTML and C++, whatever it is that you do to build something like this, I don't want to do that. Right? I just want to have an extra income stream. I just want to help people. I just want to coach. I just want to, enjoy having an online business. I didn't want to do any of that, and it really held me up for a long time. And a quick story for you is, okay, so Winter and I talked about this system way back on the beach and poolside in Costa Rica, and we said we'll only do it if we can help people, like really help people get results. And so, okay, we made a pact and a promise that we would do just that. And when he told me about this system that he envisioned, I kind of thought he was crazy, but I knew that at least with the training that we provide, it would help a lot of people. So I wasn't concerned about that. Okay, we'll give you the training. We'll show you the steps to take, that when you do it on your own, you're going to get results. You're going to get 5,000 subscriber email lists. You're going to see sales come in. And then Winter shows me the prototype, version 1 of what's now List Launch Pro, and I go through this L3 cloning process, and my heart started racing, and I stood up and I felt exhilarated, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is so easy. Our students are going to crush it. We are going to be heroes in their eyes. And yes, that's a little, grand thinking and a little bit of ego involved, but that's how I felt. And then I felt a little jealous because, man, I didn't have that when I got started. It took me 6 months to have nothing near this good. And I had to really struggle and go the frustrating route to learn all this stuff and to do it. And I'm just so honored that we get to share not only the technology, not only the training, but Winter. I mean, man, we're veterans in this now with a combined 20 years of experience of doing this and opening up our Rolodex and being a connector for you so that you can have all these partners at your disposal. Just really feel honored to be able to do that.
Yeah, I was kind of chuckling, Tim, because you're like, I was gonna say, well, how did that happen? As far as time sure does fly, right? Um, yeah, one of the things that gets me amped up about List Launch Pro 2 is getting people started the fastest because when you're first starting online, and if I didn't have my mentor, who I knew personally, who used to be my roommate, who I knew how lazy he was, right? If I didn't have him like in my face seeing the results that he was having, then I would have had a hard time pushing through when starting online or even starting. Like I liked the idea of it, but for me, I had to see that someone accomplish it and it worked for them. And what I like about List Launch Pro is removing all the technical hurdles, you're going to see those results that much faster. For me, I'm not a copywriter, right? So even for me to this day, I'll generally hire a copywriter for my projects because I don't know how to write headline copy. I know what entices people, but I don't know how to structure a headline copy. I don't know how to write a sales page. And when a lot of people first starting out, everyone thinks that the best way to get started online is to do a product. And I've talked to a lot of my students about this. Is that's great, create a product, but you're going to spend 6 months creating a product. If you complete the product, you will find then if it sells or not. You will find then if there's a niche or a tribe that's seeking that or not. And hey, by all means, I do product development and I strongly encourage it, but there's all that time investment and financial investment before your business has made you a single penny. And that's difficult to deal with. Like on a psychological perspective is difficult, financial perspective is difficult, and then, hey, if your wife or husband see you spend 6 months on something and it doesn't make the family any money, well, that's going to be difficult too. So with List Launch Pro, I wanted to prove that you can do it by starting an online list building and just focusing on that, and then expand into product development, and then expand into maybe you want to run Facebook traffic, but to prove that you can do it in such a fast way, because then you're maybe spending, as Tim showed it, really doesn't take long to set up. Someone could literally go and have traffic start going to their personalized opt-in pages, the landing pages, within half an hour, 45 minutes from where I'm speaking right now. And to see the first sale come in that much sooner, because for me, like talking about that first experience of the breaking time for money, we need to have like we're pushing a rock up a hill. So when you see results and you see quick results, that rock gets smaller or you get stronger. I think it's more you get stronger, right? Whatever the case may be, you see that it's possible. And when building out List Launch Pro, that's exactly what I intended for, was to show people those quick results as opposed to toiling or trying one way or another and having it not turn into results. Here in LA, I have a friend who I know offline, and he's built a course online, and he's literally spent a year doing it, and it didn't convert for him, and that was it. He's done, and that sucks. And I know that put a financial hardship on his family, and that put a financial hardship on the new business he was trying to start and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, I wish I had known you a year ago, or I wish I had this course all together a year ago, because you could have got started with this and then have that new business fund this other venture. Because I look at it, I treat it all like different income streams. When I do a new product launch, that's creating a new business and a new income stream. So, I wish he would have had that to help fund that other venture, so that if it didn't work for him, it's like, okay, well, let's start over. At least my business is already generating me this income. So again, I'm rambling. I apologize, but
No, I just love hearing the stories, and I want to welcome Andrew, who says, I am plumb excited. I did it. It worked. I got in. Welcome to the community. Welcome to this kind of little family here with List Launch Pro. We'll see you. Well, obviously, make sure to set up the call with either myself or Winter so we can welcome you personally during this limited enrollment period and help you craft your strategy. So welcome, Andrew. And yeah, Winter, you said something that I think may have snuck by. If you're just getting started going the route that most people teach you, and it makes me cringe when I see the quote-unquote gurus sharing this information, to go out and create your own product, and it's going to take For me, it took 6 months and I didn't sell anything. And what you said, Winter, that kind of that made me chuckle a bit, is like, yeah, if you choose to finish the product. And I know how hard it is to put your heart and soul into something like that. That's if you want to do that in the beginning and then not to make any sales from it. And guess what? Now, if I want to create a product, I know I have a built-in audience of people that I have a relationship with that are happy to learn from me and invest because they know that they're going to get results, and that I always offer, always, at least 10 times the value than what I ask monetarily. That's why this training, it's worth well over 10 times the $1,500 mark. It's worth well over the 10 times the $3,000 number. It's just absolute ton of value in this training. And like we talked about in the beginning, the thing that really the big mistake that most beginners make is they try to wear all the hats all at once, and you are going to run out of hours in the day. And more than that, you're going to run out of focus. There's only so many things that we can focus on, and there's only so many things that we can be anywhere near good at. And if you're trying to do all of that, if you're trying to learn everything all at once, I wish you the best of luck, but it is not a successful strategy. It is, as a mentor of mine used to tell me, it is successfully failing strategy. Meaning, if you do that, you are guaranteed success that it won't work. And as you've heard Winter and I say throughout this training, we value mentorship because we value that guidance. Yes, there's one thing to open up a book and learn, and I love doing that. I love reading. I love getting educated. But there's another thing to have your mentor there by your side, looking over your shoulder, talking to you on the phone and saying, yeah, you're really close. You just need to do this a little bit differently. In fact, I remember that happened with Alyssa. She was putting in the work. She was putting in the energy, the effort, the time. She was just approaching it a little bit differently. She didn't have the Rainmaker email campaigns. She didn't know what to say to prospects and clients. And we just made a few switches, and she got 7 or 8 clients right away, high-paying clients. The same thing happened with David Crocco. David's become a really close, good buddy of mine now. I really enjoy talking with him. Again, he has this small business here in LA, and he tells me on one of his calls that he has this list. And I said, well, are you monetizing it? He said, what do you mean? I said, well, do you have a decent relationship with this list? I mean, it wasn't more than a couple hundred people. And he said, no, Tim, I have a great relationship with this list. I said, all right, let's get to work. And I was in Eastern Europe, actually. I was in Croatia, where you saw that picture from me earlier. I said, okay, let me interview you. Let me ask you a few questions. I took those answers. I wrote a 2-page letter, and boom, $600,000. And he never would have had that money, never would have had that opportunity if he didn't have me to guide him, to say, look, I've done more with less. Let me help you. And it was that simple. And then for Wendy, bless her heart, because it's massive. It's huge. She has the biggest heart. And she was, but her heart was breaking working in a cubicle, slaving away in the time for money trap, not being able to concentrate and focus on what her passion was. And I was able to really quickly and easily make a few tweaks for her and help her. And I loved hearing that she had a $5,000 weekend. And, love to help you create the type of results that you want to see, whether it's $5,000 or $600,000. For me, they're really the same for me, because I know these people very closely. I have a relationship with them, and I know the type of impact it made in their life, not just in their bank account, not just in their finances, but what it did for their family. For David, what it was able to do for him and his wife. For Wendy, what it was able to do in her life, and the things that she was able to do, and how she was able to travel, and really just have confidence that, look, when you have a $5,000 weekend, you can do it over and over and over again. Just like you saw Winter, he has not just one email list, not just 2, but near a dozen, each producing income, many producing over 6 figures in income, because when you do it once, you can do it over and over and over again. And of course, Alyssa, with her 2 young daughters, recently married, wasn't able to go on her honeymoon because just money gets tight, and we know that. I've been there. I've known what it's like to have my back up against the wall. And if it wasn't for these skills knowing how to send emails and bring in high-paying clients, or Winter, for you, how to deploy emails and get a flood of sales of your digital products and other affiliate products. Those it builds confidence. It builds confidence because if you were to strip all this away and take the computer that I'm on right now and throw it in the trash and get rid of the bank accounts and get rid of the email list, Winter, I know how to do it again, and that's so inspiring and confidence boosting. I mean, how do you feel about that, Winter? It's nice to have all these email lists and the multiple streams of income. Don't get me wrong, that is great. It's also really nice having the skill set and the confidence to know how to do it. Would you say I'm right on that?
Well, yeah. I mean, from a quote from a call of ours with our students the other day, like as long as we landed on an island with internet and a laptop, we could start over. Because yeah, it can happen like that. Hey Tim, I'm sorry to sidetrack here.
No problem.
Someone's asking about the PayPal credit. So could you go back to the
Yeah,
slides
absolutely.
that show that, and that will help. Kate's asking about the PayPal credit option here, and so if you could go back, she's watching right now, I'm sure. So just go back and scroll through those 3 or 4 slides,
Sure.
and
Well, actually,
that'll.
let's backtrack a little bit. So, in order to use PayPal credit, you have to use this first link, listlaunchpro.com/go. That one will work with PayPal credit. The split pay, unfortunately, will not. So, in order to use PayPal credit, go to listlaunchpro.com/go. The first page that you see, as long as the coupon code is still working, you can type in the coupon code, and that will give you an extra discount off of this already discounted $14.97. So go ahead and try that, see if that works. And then put in your name, your email address, everything on that page. The next screen that you'll see looks something like this. It won't be at the $3,000 price point. This is an old slide for when we don't have the promotion. And you click the radio dial for PayPal and click complete your order. Fill in your information, of course. Click complete your order. And then that takes you to a login page. You log in with PayPal. It'll have the discounted price. It won't say $29.97 there. And then eventually you'll see a screen here where you apply for PayPal credit. Now again, this is a line of credit between you and PayPal. So Winter and I have no idea if people are using PayPal credit or credit card or just normal PayPal, whatever. This is between you and them. And as long as you qualify, you apply for PayPal credit, again, all through them, and they give you the line of credit so that you get everything now and you pay over time. And I believe, as you can see here, it's $0 due now and no payments and no interest if you pay in full in 6 months. Obviously, read through the terms because that's between you and PayPal, but really cool to get everything now and make no payments and no interest as long as you paid in full within 6 months. So very cool option for you. Wanted to make it even easier for you to get started. Again, there's we've done the discount and the coupon code and PayPal credit. And if you want to do the split pay option, you can do that as well with a credit card. Really wanted to make it as easy as possible to get going because, look, Winter, you know what it's like to deliver hamburgers, not pizza, to deliver hamburgers and work for an hourly wage. And I know what it's like to have my back up against the wall and to have quit my job and put everything on the line to start a business and in 6 months find out that, oh man, this didn't work. I didn't do this the right way. I didn't seek out a mentor to show me what to do. I got to make something happen really quickly. And so we know what it's like to be there. And we also know that if you have the dedication and the desire to do this, that you can make it happen. And we will help you make it happen. And we will, even with the 5K double guarantee, ensure that you get 5,000 subscribers and a 5,000 person, $5,000 in your bank account and 5,000 subscribers within 60 days. This was the only way we would create a product. Winter and I made a pact way back in Costa Rica that we would do everything that we could to help our members. That's you, our new List Launch Pro members that will be joining us on this journey, that we will get the honor and privilege to brag about when you send us your success story, when we get to say, yes, Kate got her first 5,000 subscribers, and Andrew made his first $10,000 with the system. We love. I mean, that more than anything makes me feel the best. And so we can't wait to have you, uh, join us in this journey. Makes us feel really good.
Let's see. Does anyone have any other questions? I don't want to wrap it up early on anyone. If anyone has any questions, I'm supposed to go out to an escape room here in LA. I don't know if anyone knows what they are, but they're like these puzzle rooms that you get locked in. And my wife just sent me a text and said, "Hey, we have to be there in 30 minutes." And well, LA equals traffic. So if anyone has any other questions, I would love to answer them for you live now, or you can hit a reply on the emails that were sent out for this webinar. Ask us the questions, whatever the case may be. I don't want to wrap it up if anyone still has any questions, but
yeah, I know we usually get some emails about, look, I tried to order and I had a tech issue with credit card. I had to get a different credit card. All good. I mean, we'll obviously help you join the group. The enrollment window at the discounted price, because again, the normal price is $2,997. The enrollment window will be closing very soon, because again, as soon as we welcome the members and get you set up and get you going, we close the enrollment window down. So make sure you jump on this ASAP and get the bonuses. And yeah, if you have any questions, we'll definitely make sure to help you get in.
couple typed questions directly here, and yeah. Otherwise, for those of you still on the line, thank you for your time this evening. I hope this helped, gave you a view into my business, kind of like an open the curtains of what I do in my business, what I've done online, what I do online, and yeah, any other questions? Otherwise, thank you all for your time this evening, and I hope you picked up some tools, some ideas of, hey, maybe this is something I'd like to get involved in online, or maybe not, and that's okay too.
Yeah, it's been my honor to share this information with you. Winter, it's always an honor doing these trainings with you, because we get to make a huge impact in the lives of other people. And again, the way I look at it is, having an email list has made such a big impact on my life. And when we get to share this information with you, we know it's going to make a big impact on your life. Also, it's going to make a huge impact on your subscribers and your customers and your clients, and that feels great for us too. So yeah, I'm also honored to share this information with you. Love it. For our new members, welcome. We'll be talking with you soon, and it's been great having you on the call.
Well, thank you, Gregory. He just said he's grateful for it. So I'm grateful to have you here. I'm grateful to share with you. I wish you all a wonderful evening. Tim, I hope you have a good evening.
I will.
And I will talk to everyone on here soon. And for those new members, if you've scheduled a call, hopefully we'll be hopping on the phone in the next day or two. So thank you all from LA. I hope you have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is around your world. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.